Welcome to the Goalbusters Expert Peak Productivity Tips podcast, where top business experts get just 7 minutes to answer 5 rapid-fire questions about what they do and how they stay productive. Each episode is packed with actionable insights to help boost your efficiency and achieve your goals. Let's dive in and unlock the secrets to peak performance. Well, hello everyone. My name is Robin J. Emden and I'm an accountability coach and the author of Get Resultsology, The Science of Getting Stuff Done. I work with people who run their own business. No boss, distractions everywhere and never enough hours in the day. Together we cut through the noise, sharpen their focus and follow through on the big ideas that actually move the needle. That's what I call the momentum formula. Do it today, profit tomorrow, and repeat. So, if that sounds like the kind of breakthrough that you've been looking for, then you're in exactly the right place. And speaking of being in exactly the right place, I am delighted to welcome our guest expert today, Andee Hart. Andee is an award-winning sales executive who left corporate America to build a successful wholesale candle brand stocked by hundreds of boutiques. Now founder of She Sells Differently, Andee teaches product-based business owners to grow their service-led selling, strategic focus, and values-driven leadership in competitive markets. Andee, welcome to Goalbusters.
Thank you so much for having me. It is a blessing to be here.
Oh, I'm blessed to have you here. Whereabouts in the world are you, Andee?
I am in the great little town of Searcy, Arkansas.
Oh, fantastic. Yes, I can see the view from your window. Well, I can see your window, but not quite the view.
Yes.
All right, but I can see it's daylight there and it's dark for me.
It is.
So that makes a change for me talking about the weather, actually. Oh, there I am talking about the weather. Shall we do the questions instead?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Here we go. And there it goes. Andee, could you tell me, please, who is your ideal client?
Yes, my ideal client is emerging product brand owners. So these are business owners that have their product makers or they own a product brand and they are tired of one-off sales. Maybe they own an Etsy market or they are hustling on their weekends at, markets, pop-up markets or crafts fairs. They have beautiful products, but they're just tired of selling their products one-off. Maybe they've had good feedback, but they want to scale their business. They're ambitious and they are just feeling stuck.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So you've actually alluded to it quite heavily there, but I bet you solve more than one problem. And that is our second question. What exactly is the problem or problems that you solve?
Yes. So I teach them how to think differently about selling their products. So I help them move from selling one-off products to strategic wholesale growth. And so they're struggling because they don't know how to get their products onto retailer shelves. And so putting this very, very simply, I clarify what wholesaling their products looks like, and I help them build a wholesale growth engine that consistently gets their products onto retailers' shelves. Wholesaling sounds very complex often to product makers that are selling one-off and they have no concept about how to even start getting their products onto retailer shelves. And so I just clarify that for them and I give them a proven framework on how to do that and get results.
Fascinating. I say fascinating. It is genuinely fascinating. I'm just actually wondering privately how much it's changed. I've actually got a quarter of a century of experience in retail and wholesaling, so it's interesting to hear what's happening now because it's a long time ago since I did it. But so now that so what is one valuable free action then that our audience can implement that will help them to go some way towards solving these problems for themselves?
Yeah, so this is where I'll dive in just a little bit more. I want you to think about when you're out shopping, even just in your own town, or maybe you're on vacation, or you could even do this just on the internet, but I want you to make a dream 20 retailer list. And so this is just takes researching 20 boutiques that maybe you have visited in person or that you have heard about or, you found online. There's lots of different ways that you can find this on social media, but they align with your brand. And so you look at their aesthetic, you look at the price of the products that they carry, and you notice how your products could fit in their store and the value that your products could bring, how they could align and help bring value to their store. Maybe how they could help align with some of the current products that they're selling in an adjacent manner. Maybe you are selling candles and they're selling bath bombs and hand lotion. And so I want you to make a Dream 20 retailer list, and then I want you to send a short personalized pitch email to each of those. And notice I didn't say one email, mass email to all 20, but a short personalized email focused on the value that you provide to that retailer and a simple hook incentive. It could be free shipping on their first order or, a simple discount on their first order for them to try your product and make a first purchase. And I want you to not talk about your brand. You can introduce your brand, but talk about the value that you provide to that retailer and how your products will sell well in their boutique. And send that to your Dream 20 retail list. And you will be shocked at some of the feedback that you will get from those retailers. So that is the action that you can take if you want to start wholesaling your products.
Fantastic. All right. So now that we have a little bit of a better understanding of what you do, and I always say a little bit because I only gave you 3 minutes, let's dive briefly into goal busting, which is focusing on how to maximize productive time to achieve business goals. After all, we're talking about people, these are passion projects, some of these things, and getting
absolutely.
productive can be quite a challenge. So can you share any tips or advice for someone looking to improve their productivity habits?
Yes, I think this is one of the biggest things for me that I have had to learn over time. And this is my word for 2026 is simplify. We are not created to do it all. I often say, our creator did not design us that way. We have boundaries 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. You're not going to get more. And so we have limits and we need rest. And so often what I have had to realize is that rest is productive. And that's so countercultural to what we hear in the world. I think often, especially in America, we hear just hustle, do more, do more. And I came from a sales culture where, it was very much so frowned upon if you were just there 9 to 5. And so, that being said, don't try to do everything. Simplify whatever business that you're running and focus on one big goal a month. That's something that I have really implemented in the past year. And whether that's a new product launch, you're focusing on getting your products into more retail stores, you're focused on refining, marketing, focus on that and do it with excellence instead of trying to do everything.
Fantastic. Very solid, sound advice. Completely agree with you. All right. So now that we've done that, we've got just a little bit of time for our final question is, what should I have asked you today, Andee, that I didn't? And your answer, please.
Yes. I would ask, what is one thing that you see that holds product brands back from getting results or, getting their products, getting more wholesale orders, getting their products on retail shelves?
Okay. And your answer?
Yes, I would say number one thing, it's lack of follow-up. Most brands, I think the stat is 90% of brands never follow up and they just give up too easily. And I see that all the time. So it's just lack of follow-up and giving up.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for doing that in exactly 7 minutes, but I am going to add into that point. That's so true of almost everything, isn't it? Lack of follow-up is a real killer of so many opportunities. So many things don't happen simply because, well, let's be honest, we don't nag enough. I point out in my book, when you're a child, how do babies get what they want? I want, I want, I want, I want, I want, I want. They never stop following up. And what do they get it? What do they get? They get it.
And I would say, though, that if your product or your service or what have you, it provides value and you know that, then it's not nagging, it's actually serving. So
Well,
that's
yeah,
the
the child might
tips.
not be asking for something that's not nagging,
True.
that's not adding value to, but it is about staying in front of the mind of the person that you're
Yes,
trying to get their attention of. And I agree with you. Obviously,
100%.
if the product adds value, then you just need to get it in front of them and make sure they notice it. All right. So at this point, we have done our 7 minutes, and now comes the point where I ask a follow-up question, which is, how can people get hold of you if they would like to find out more about your services? And also, is there like a valuable free resource they can get from you? I always say, being British, that's a very cheeky question, but actually I'm being quite serious, because sometimes people aren't ready to make that quite bold step of just, oh, I'll just get in touch with her. Then they want to find out more. And sometimes these valuable free resources, in fact, more often than not, are a brilliant way of fully engaging with the material that you produce and then going, do you know what? She's as brilliant as she sounded. So yes, please, I am going to get in touch.
Yes, you can find me online at andeehart.com. My name is spelled a little different thanks to my parents. It's ANDEEHART.com. And then my free resource, if you are a product maker and you're interested in getting your products onto retail shelves, I have a strategic wholesale planner, and it's a yearly planner that just takes the guesswork out of creating an organized rhythm for your product business. And it gives you a lot of free tips about pitching your products to retailers and just a wealth of information. So you can grab that at the link in the show notes.
Fantastic. Andee, that has been a masterclass. I think you're my first person in your particular niche, which is a huge niche. It's more of a traditional niche. It's mostly on offline, because people find you online. And then there's marketing online, which is a completely a huge topic, which I'm sure you cover as well for people. So
Yeah.
it's been a fascinating exercise, and for me a little bit nostalgic. So I was in hotel
Yeah.
retailing for a very long time, and I sold candles, but probably not
Oh, that's
yours.
so cool.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
probably not yours. And anyway, I don't have them anymore. I burnt them. So Andee Hart,
Very
thank you
cool.
so much for appearing on Goldbusters today.
Yes, thanks for having me.
You're extremely welcome. And remember, everybody, keep goal busting and make your future self proud. Bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in to Goalbusters. If you're enjoying it, please subscribe, rate and review it on your favourite podcast platform. Your support is very much appreciated. And if you're ready to boost your online profits, skyrocket your productivity, crush procrastination, and see a positive change in your bank balance, all within just 30 days, this is your opportunity. Take my free 5-day challenge at www.skyrocketyourproductivitychallenge.com.